Apex Esports League. I'm JT and tonight we're live for the Pagnian Advanced Simulation GT3 Championship. Tonight is round 6 and we are off to Belgium for Circuit de Spa-Francorchamps. So the track tonight, we are running 10 minutes of practice, 10 minutes of qualifying and a 40-minute race. Weather is generated, so there is a chance for rain being Spa, and the time of day is the late afternoon. All their cars with 46% fuel cap, so means they will need to stop for fuel to be able to finish out the race. Our standings after round 5, we have Dylan O'Shea continuing that series lead. He's still not far enough ahead to be able to try and secure it for the series, and Simon Mazzomo chasing in P2 and Caleb Dawson in P3. Our results from last week for round 5 was at Branch Hatch Circuit, and it was a wet round. And then we saw Daniel Benefield take pole position, go on to take the race win, and the fastest lap of the race was awarded to Sebastian Vandel. And looking at the track, so 6.93 kilometers. It's currently 21 degrees on the track. It's a 19 ambient, 95% humidity, so there may be a slight chance for seeing some rain as we go into the qualifying or even the race session. So we'll jump over and see how our drivers are going. If you're joining us for the stream, jump in the chat. Don't be shy. Three Mustangs following along there. Should be pretty good size grid. Hopefully a lot of the drivers well practiced here, considering the iRacing 24 hours of Spa was on this weekend. Cameron Jones joining us tonight. We do have some other new drivers to the league that will be joining in. Jaden Basilage. Pronouncing that correctly for you, Jade. It's fantastic looking Mustang in the Vodafone livery. Davis. The Porsche up through Rouge. Brett, also another newcomer. So welcome aboard as well, and all the best of luck to our new members joining us. Starting to get some times on the board, 2 minutes 20. Motters has been with it at 19. You have to be very cautious when they come into only 10 minutes of qualifying with the longer tracks. They've also got to take into account their out laps. That's only really going to be giving them a few good hot laps. They're going to end up in a wreck. They've got to bring the car back into the pits. It's going to be crippling their qualifying session. Some nice quick times coming through. 18.9 for Basilage. Caleb Dawson sitting right in the slipstream comes through, playing 1/10 away from the time. Kale. Barely a difference between those two times. Down 4,000 of a second. Nash Davis comes through for the quickest time. 4 attempts. Over Jaden's time. that was. 9.5 car. There's a big smash. Another newcomer as well that's joined into the session. It's Raymond Furlow. There's the practice session, so we moved across in a moment. Lucky to get 10 or 15 seconds in, so it's been nice and quick in our last few rounds. Cars charging off for their outlap. Weather conditions unchanged going into the qualifying. So we're pleased to be taking the track right. Shuffle and get good space. Will be hindered here. Track. Looks like a track for Aiden Cow. Some of the outlaps, it's not going to matter. Just about leading the charge in qualifying. Alright, there's a car ahead. Continue that hot lap. Jump on for a lap with a driver around Scott as well. Spacing here. Come on. Matthew Charles. Curve as you can to open up the following left. You can use a lot of exit runoff. You can be stung quite easily as those curves do run out pretty quickly. Dropping that one tyre off out past curb. They'll be stung for an off track. That will invalidate the time. It's a double apex left-hander. Brilliant line. Use of that exit curb. To be able to carry that speed down the fastest section of the track. And then super quick left-hander. Will there be a lift? Well, may have just been an off track. The final chicane. Some traffic cautions not to make contact here because that's going to invalidate his lap. Didn't quite get to the control line. So that puts him in P15. And then he's also carrying damage into this lap. He's parking the car up. That front left destroyed. Very unfortunate. Very good lap for him until the unfortunate contact with Buckland. First time laps looking at 2:17.782 for current pole time. That's a very quick time. So we're getting 2:18s in practice. Hey Gal, thanks for jumping on. Yep, a lot of practice done here. So we're going to see some very sharp driving. On a pretty good lap at the moment as well, so we'll be able to improve on that 2:17.7. A couple of Mustangs getting up towards the top end of the times. Up there for the qualifying. The visibility's actually changed just slightly. So suddenly it's still only 95%. Cloud cover maybe just be affecting it a bit more. Too much curb. Did unsettle the car. Managed to keep it going. Didn't benefit finishing up qualifying. Didn't look like there was movement time. 17.575. Dawson, 8 attempts away from the pole time. He's going to try and squeeze in a lap. The longer traps we may be getting it. He's usually get at least 2 minutes sometimes on the bigger ones. Gout could be a possibility still for rain to come in. It's a 26% chance for rain. However, last week it was only 16% for Brands Hatch, and then we copped a wet race. The drivers have been checking out the weather radar. Very well know if they're in for some rain. There's still a chance for that to change as the qualifying session cancels, then goes into the race session. Scout. We see on tracking in soon. Clifton getting in the last lap. He's in at P19. Moves up to P17 on the last lap. Johnston 3/4 of the way through the lap at the moment. Should be able to squeeze in a final time. Kale. Let's finish up the last one. Gets a time in, there wasn't yet a time on the board, moves into the top 10 with a P9. Johnson in 26. And that was the best qualifying lap for Johnston on that final one. Didn't see where he moved from though. So we'll take a look. Our qualifying results in a moment. As the session moves over, all the drivers exit their cars. Brad Hayes just remaining for us to move over and see the results for round 6 qualifying. They'll be gearing themselves up to commence the rolling start. Sessions. Now moving across. Qualifying for round 6 of the Pagnian Advanced Simulation GT3 Championship is we have Daniel Benefield qualifying in pole position, and the rest of our grid will then be Caleb Dawson, Jaden Basilage, Brock Mottershead, Harry Dodds, Cameron Jones, Simon Mazzomo, Hayden Benefield, Aidan Kale, Robbie Bradbury, Ash Davis, Nicholas Martin, Craig Schultz, Philip Furlow, Lockie Brett, Sam Tucker, Matthew Scholes, Mick Clifton, through to P18, and then we'll cast down through the remaining grid. So 3 drivers not getting into time: Luke Swan, Phil Buckland and Ryan Bunt. So, not looking like rain. The humidity is quite high up there still. 95%. Waiting on a few more drivers to ready up. Prime power miner. It's a very good lap from Benefield. It's a good solid gap over P2. It's a fantastic drive last week. So can there be a follow-up? Space. Go green around turn 1. Benfield will need to have a good run. Difficult spot for where it'll go green. Yeah, rolling start. Already choosing a single file, so this is looking good for Benefield. Not sure if that was not getting as good of a run as expected, or if that was just a strategic move, tucking file. So there's a little bit of contact with some cars. Oh, big smash with Simmons. Another car that may have touched. The contact registered between Bucky has some damage there. It's only to the front, so maybe a bit of a nudge at the start. Both Benefield and Dawson pulling away from Motter's head already. 2.5 seconds to P3 already. So only just halfway through the first lap. That's Aiden Kale. Can't even grab Aiden Kale. Dropped all the way down to 23. Just trying to get his name in my list to change the camera, and he's moving down that fast. Surprisingly, Carmen's alright. Benefield driving away from Dawson now. Headers drop back, so Dodds moving up to P3. side by side. Just sneaks the tail in to be able to get the optimal racing line. I think they may be shaving off a slowdown there. Nicely done to do that off the racing line as well. Battle between two Mercedes here. Harry Dodds and Brock Mottershead. Set 2-second lead over Dawson. So Benefield, 2-second lead over Dawson. Zomo now looking to try and join in. Did see Hayes and Schooler may have both had contact together, so it may have only just been a bit of a tap. Now on a low spot. Move there. Open. Well, he doesn't capitalise on it enough. Mottershead trying to get back up into P3. 2 by 2 as we go down through the sweeping right. Bang out and settles Dodds. Actually, I think that was vassalage. Behind, getting the slipper in the rear, kept the car going. This driver's really on the move here. Cops too much curve, he's going to drop off here. I think Mazzomo's going to have the front. Mercedes powers away from the podium. Door to door again. So you have a pretty hard battle. Mazzomo's going to have to yield here. He's going to put himself in all sorts of risk at that speed. Clutch opportunity here for Benefield about to sneak up and catch up to these two. It's Hayden Benefield not out. Oh no, a slip. Benefield. Dawson capitalises now, moves into the race lead. Good recovery from Daniel Benefield, gets the car back up and running. 20.6. Still continues, another slide. Jones slips in the Ferrari. And spins and still P2 was a very quick recovery. Shot at the end of Eau Rouge. Toad about to get the move. Commit to something under braking, it'll be pretty hard. It'd be a lot of aero wash. Lap 4 there was pit stop for Cameron Jones. He may have tired out. So it's a 32-second stop. Chase Dodds sitting close. For a move to the inside. That's going to get enough power to be able to squeeze back over. Chicanes. Brilliant racecraft, keeping the cars speckled too wide. Oh, that little tap. There's going to be some heavy escaping damage. Roll back, take the extra hit. It's going to make things a little bit easier for Modder's Head to be able to pull away. Tucking in around the same gap. Choice just actually tucking behind for a while as well. Sure, being held up. Spot in P8. Even thanks to jump on the stream. The logos in the standings tower is just a glitch that SDK is having, which I'm trying to get fixed up with them at the moment. Only showing the McLaren one as well, strangely enough. Buckland just having an incident as well. Not sure if it may have been some contact. Not sure if there's damage to contend with. It's on approach. It's within pit window. It's got the grab fuel now as well. It's starting to position the car into the mirrors now. Damage. It's going to be bringing the car in. One of the big car goes for a slide in front of the camera. approach. Starting to go through lap traffic. I think it may have been Ryan Bunt that actually went for the slide. It was. Having only just come back from hits as well. And the wings missing. That car's going to be going back in for a bit of work again. Not here tonight. The series leader is going to be opportunity for some movement on the standings. Galmo 24-hour on the weekend was good. Very tiring. It's a very wet race. 20 hours of the 24 was rain, so our team very keen to hope that Spa tonight wasn't going to be wet. Did get the pass for the lead back. For the race lead taken. So passing Furlow. Kale also looking to get around. A little bit of a touch. No, he moves the Audi across enough to avoid it. There may have been a little bit of door-to-door. Damage on Zomo is what we're seeing. It's been in contact before. They're putting a gap over Dawson quickly now. Between these two. Now into the pits. Chasing Robbie Bradbury. Enough for the pass here. Yeah, no penalty points for you. Can't sting you for a car change this week. School at Kale and Piccoli in the pits. 7 still continues. Race leader Daniel Benefield now getting 2.5 seconds over P2. Nice move from Charles. Bradbury retain that line, try and break a little bit deeper to keep the position. Beat the drag race coming down pit straight. He's going to have to let up a little bit here. Dodds, Mazzomo, Burley, Davis and Nucky in the pits now. Simmons on the journey out. Two retirements. Lucky Brett and Cameron Jones. For Brett, a cricket 11 in pits for exiting out. We do have fast repairs, so it wouldn't be damage. As well. Race leaders and pit lane. Dawson following Benefield in. Watershead coming in as well. Full train. Procession. Come down pit lane. Movement going on. Battle boxes there, passing all the cars down pit lane. See McClifton move into race lead. The rest of the field coming into the pits. Benefield's released. 12 seconds in the box. Now 4 seconds behind Benefield. Most of the field having come in. So we've had a few early pit stops for damage, and we're going to have to see some more come in and allow the grab fuel to finish out. But otherwise, only driver not yet having been to the pits is McClifton. She's able to charge all the way to the race lead as they come in. It's a very long pit time. It's average journey down pit lane, a minute 20. Drivers want to be very cautious of those incident points to avoid a drive-through penalty tonight. Coming in. That traffic. That looks like Bunt's car. To allow Dan Bannerfield to move back into race lead. So lap 13, 3/4 of the way through. Seeing a few gaps now after those pit stops. Go for the inside coming into the chicane. Also there's one hot on the tail of Furlough as well. Furlough, but Furlough is still holding on. Like there's a little bit of a slip prior for Ash Davis. Form. Hayden Benefield and Harry Dodds. Swing for a move, it's going to be a bit of a play, I think. Starting to put pressure onto Martin. Charles still pestering the mirrors of Martin. Really scrapes it in. No, he's not far enough up. Showing there for Rushworth, which is interesting. Okay, let's remove the chicane. At the gap for our race leader with only 5 minutes left on the clock. There's going to be a couple of laps left in the race. It's a nice solid gap. Push hard. Risk incident over these final couple of laps. Doing well in position 2. Having a very comfy safety net to P3 with 10 seconds over Mottershead. Another 7 seconds to the cars behind. Mottershead. Very comfy podium position for a leading 3. Rash Davis nearly comes in and hits Canderer. He's struggling to try and keep that car moving. At the end. Hayden Benefield slides the Ferrari, smashes the nose into the wall. Freeing up a position for Dodds to take. Trying to have an error like that this far through. Much in sight of the checkered flag. Johnson and Craig Schultz to contest for P19, coming on to the final laps as well. Martin gets on the move over the Merc. He's going to go out and squeeze free. He does. Nicely done. Will be at a white flag now with 30 seconds to go. He's only 0.8 of the lap through. Checkered flag out. Daniel Benefield. The rest of the field fighting. Away. Would have almost been another lap in it. As Daniel Benefield crosses the line to take the race win for round 6. Podium finish for Caleb Dawson, P2. Podium P3 for Mottershead. Look at these four scrambling for track position at the finish line. What a finish between these. Been having a great battle. Just imagine how close that would have been if we didn't see Hayden Benefield go for a spin. Managed to recover reasonably to finish in the top 10. Too much. Been unfortunate for a spin there in the final corner. Daniel Vigneault crossing the line. Coley and Lucas fighting for P26 all the way to the finish line. Oh, too much from Coley. Davis just across the line. Maurice Gallant, cheers for tuning in. Glad you enjoyed the stream. Right, our drivers all crossing the line. If there's any burnouts going on, they're bringing in the cars. So we'll take a look at those results now. In round 6 of the Pagnian Advanced Simulation GT3 Championship at Spa, our race winner is Daniel Benefield. Also on the podium in P2, Caleb Dawson and Brock Mottershead taking out P3 spot. And then our results down through to 18th then is Nicholas Martin, Harry Dodds, Matthew Scholes, Luke Swan, Simon Mazzomo, Robbie Bradbury, Hayden Benefield, Jaden Basilish, Philip Thurlow, Simon Vella, Mick Clifton, Ricky Hyde, Graham Nucky, Russell Gander and Brad Hayes. drivers throughout the rest of the standings there. Hopefully we can have a chat with our podium finishers. Caleb waiting for us. And congratulations, Caleb. It was a good drive out there.
Yeah, look, not up to the T with Daniel there, but yeah, I thought I had a good race, more or less. Kept it clean, kept it straight, kept it on the road pretty much.
Yeah, you didn't have to worry too much of a fight. It was you had Benefield sort of tucking in and pestering those mirrors once you got up into the front before.
Oh yeah, I could see it was fuel saving behind me. I was like, oh yeah, it's done.
Yeah.
I wasn't confident, but you know, he was just in another league. Yeah, I was still happy with my race and still happy with, especially with the second place.
And then with our series leader not making tonight's round, there's going to be big opportunity to move up on that standings as well.
Yeah, really open, so really hoping that puts a bit of a dent into moving me up a little bit. Looking forward to see what the results come for me.
Yep, that will be interesting. Maybe potential series change in that as well, and maybe even up a spot for yourself there as well. So fingers crossed for you to see how that comes out when they come out at the end of the week.
No doubt, no doubt.
And we've got Brock joining us now. And congratulations, Brock.
Haha, thank you. That was fun.
Yeah, well, you were out there having a good little battle with Harry Dodds for a while. So the two Mercedes clashing away.
Yeah, I outbraked myself a little bit going into the bus stop there, and he got by me, and then followed him around for I think 2 laps, and then got a good run down the Camel Straight and managed to pass him on the outside. But yeah, it was a good little battle there. Spewing he couldn't keep up. It would have been a good race to go against him, but I think he was getting attacked from behind, so I think he went into defensive mode. But yeah, other than that, like, pretty happy with how I drove anyway.
Yeah, it was a good opportunity once he fell back with the rest of them there, because it was just about a 4-way battle that was taking place, and just allowed you guys to start driving off even more.
Yeah, no, it was a good, yeah, it would have been good, but Spewing I didn't have the pace to keep up with the front two. They were flying. Probably consistency let me down, but those guys were quick anyway. I don't think I would have been able to run that pace.
Yeah, there was some pretty quick laps out there, especially in the qualifying with pole being in the 2:17. So yeah, I'd be loving it to be able to put down some pace like that. But still, for you guys, not far off. So very well done.
Too easy. Thank you for that.
Yep, no
have a good
worries, and all the best of luck with Nürburgring next week.
Thanks, mate. See ya.
Thank
See
you.
yous. Now, podium finishes Caleb Dawson in P2 and Brock Mottershead joining us for the chat. So Daniel Benefield taking out the race win for round 6. And then on the podium in P2, Caleb Dawson and Brock Mottershead in P3. We will be back again next week, same time. So we will be heading over to Germany for Nürburgring Grand Prix Streck in the BS. So it's going to be a great one in the GT3s. It's going to be a good, fast, tight track. There's going to be plenty of passing action going on, so you do not miss that one. If you haven't hit the follow button yet, do so now and you'll be notified when we go live 7:35 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time next Monday. It'll be great to be able to see you there. And then a big thanks also to our sponsors and partners: Pagnian Advanced Simulation, Next Level Racing, Dubby, Fanatec, Stump Grinding, Central Coast, Razor and Chubby Buns Burgers. And a big thank you to all our viewers for tuning in. Be sure to check out the past rounds if you haven't done so already on our YouTube channel, and our socials on Facebook will have all the results, standings and incident reports. So check those out as well. And otherwise, it'd be great to see you next week. Bye.